Would you believe this stunning vanity started as a basic IKEA kitchen cabinet? Today I'm showing you how we transformed this empty room in my parents' basement into a stunning cottage-inspired bathroom. And the secret is hiding at your local IKEA. Today I want to show you one of my favorite things, and that's taking something intended for one purpose and transforming it into another one to save some money and make something completely custom. My parents wanted a bathroom in their basement, but they didn't want to spend thousands of dollars on custom cabinetry. And yes, custom cabinetry can cost that much, and the vanity they were looking at was over $1,400. This is what we started with, a bare room, just concrete and studs. The goal, create a beautiful, cozy cottage-inspired bathroom without breaking the bank. And the star of today's transformation, an IKEA kitchen cabinet that we're gonna hack into a beautiful vanity. Before we jump in, let me walk you through our plans. We're working with this empty corner and transforming it using two IKEA kitchen cabinets, so an 18-inch wide one and a 24-inch wide sink cabinet, butcher block countertop from the local co-op, basic power tools, MDF trim, primer, paint, subway tile, some plumbing fixture, and some statement wallpaper to add some personality to the space. First, let's talk about cabinet selection. We chose the IKEA section base cabinets. Those are IKEA's kitchen cabinets, one 18-inch wide with drawers and one 24-inch wide sink cabinet. So why choose IKEA kitchen cabinets instead of your standard bathroom vanity? Number one, it's probably going to be cheaper, especially if you're looking at the farmhouse sink bathroom vanities we were looking at, which were over $1,400 Canadian. Number two, you can customize it to make it the exact width that you want for your space. And number three, storage. IKEA is fantastic for adding really great storage solutions. So for example, the 3-drawer system that we're using for my parents' vanity has a little hidden drawer on the top. So there's just so much storage potential with these cabinets. So the first step was modifying the cabinets to be the right depth for a bathroom vanity. Bathroom vanities are usually shallower than kitchen cabinets. So we're modifying them to be 24 inches deep to 21.5 inches deep. This is going to still allow the drawers to function. Next came the nerve-wracking part, cutting the sides and the back of the vanity. My dad's doing this and he's amazing with power tools. He's using a table saw, but you could also use a track saw for this. Make sure to measure twice or 3 times and cut one. We ended up having to add new holes to the back to add those angle braces back in, but otherwise we just assembled the cabinets exactly like the IKEA instructions. Then after that, we just simply mounted the cabinet to the wall in the bathroom. Now my parents had to modify the cabinets a little bit more to add a farmhouse sink. If you're not adding a farmhouse style sink to yours, you don't have to do this part, but they had to add a little bit of bracing into the sink cabinet to make this work. The sink that my mom purchased was 21 inches wide, so it worked perfectly for this 24-inch wide IKEA cabinet. And using dimensional lumber, she created a support inside the cabinet to hold that sink in place and make sure everything was nice and sturdy. And the countertop my parents used is from the local co-op, and it's project board, so it's nice and budget friendly, and they stained it to this beautiful cottage inspired color. Now for the fun part, paint. And I love customizing IKEA pieces with paint to make them look really high end. My mom's using a beautiful warm green color called Jungle Camouflage by Behr. The key to a professional finish is prep, so you want to make sure you lightly sand your cabinets, prime them with a good bonding primer, and then paint them with a foam roller and detail brush. We installed the doors and the drawers onto the IKEA cabinets, and the result was incredible. Adding some beautiful vintage inspired pulls also made this cabinet look completely high-end. And a pro tip for IKEA cabinetry and pretty much any furniture piece that you're painting, make sure to let that priming layer dry completely before applying your paint and before using your piece to prevent any chips and scratches in the future. Now behind the scenes, my mom and dad were working so hard on everything in this bathroom, from adding the plumbing to drywalling. They did this all themselves. The tiling, they just used really nice, inexpensive subway tile, adding some floor with some leftover flooring they had on hand, and they did incredible. If you love what they did, let us know in the comments below. I'm sure they would love to hear your encouragement. I'll make sure to link everything they used in that description box below as well, because my mom has incredible taste and I'm sure you're gonna wanna know where all of this is from. Now to make this small bathroom feel extra special, we decided to add some statement wallpaper. I reached out to a Canadian company called Artsa & Co. They have stunning cottage inspired wallpaper. And they gifted my mom this gorgeous peel and stick paper with this vintage inspired floral pattern. Love the colors in this. We have pink, blue, green, gold, and this paper has a texture to it, which I think makes it look a lot more expensive than the peel and stick that's just smooth. So I loved this feature of this paper. I'll definitely link this down in the description box below. The pattern's called Avia, and this went up fantastically. So my tip for putting up peel and stick wallpaper is to measure a little bit longer than the piece that you'll need, because you'll be able to trim that off at the end. Roughly cut the paper and then take off a few inches of the backing to start and adhere that to the top few inches of your wall. Then as you smooth the paper downward, you can gently peel the backing off as you go. We'd made sure to carefully line up the pattern, which went really well with this wallpaper. And my mom also found this really easy to install, and we were able to do this in a couple of hours. And here it is, our completely transformed bathroom in my parents' basement. Don't forget how it looked before compared to how it looks now. So incredible. So have a look at all these details. Of course, the star of the show is this custom vanity that we made with IKEA cabinets. I love how my mom added the farmhouse sink and the oversized faucet. She's gonna be using this bathroom kind of as a utility room as well in the basement for washing veggies, for cleaning up after swimming in the lake. So this is the perfect setup. The gorgeous vintage inspired hardware and lighting also gives this room this cozy cottage feel. And of course, this wallpaper is such a statement. I love that it's peel and stick, so if my mom ever wants to change it up, it's really easy for her to change, but it sure adds such a personality to this space. And the best part, the IKEA vanity hack came to just under $700 Canadian, including the farmhouse sink, those kitchen cabinets, the paint, and the hardware. So you're saving at least half the money and getting something completely custom for the space. IKEA hacking is one of my favorite things to do, and if you love doing IKEA hacks too, I'm gonna leave this video for you to watch next right here, where I share 10 of my favorite hacks of all time. I hope it gets you inspired and ready to make your home beautiful on a budget.